As you are heading out of the Stonehill Inn, um, and you're making your way through, Simmerg and Sorsen, you're kind of helping each other out the door, feeling a little sickly as you go, followed by the rest of the team. As Idrildor is making his way, there's another dwarf who's kind of hanging out at a table by the entrance, and as the group passes through, he kind of goes, "Oi, you!
Talk about what? What do you want?
Well, your little display over there wasn't exactly, shall we say, the kind that you'd want in public."
Mere slip.
Slipped, huh? Uh-huh. Well, from the look of things, I'd say she gave you the little slipperoo. See, the barmaid here is kind of known for doing that sometimes, and it looks like you're all feeling a little bit worse for the weather. I might be able to offer you some alternative accommodations, which might be more to your liking if you would be amenable to the subject.
I trust him. He's a dwarf, clearly trustable.
I want to trust, but my recent experience. Okay, sure. I'm willing to follow you one more time. Why not? So
Trust
you lead the
verify.
way, but you're gonna lead the way this time, Idridor, because
Okay, I'll lead the way.
So he's going to lead you out the front of the inn, and he's going to hang a left. The dwarf points off to the left and says, "I've got this place that we're going to be heading to, and that's where we could set you up with some accommodations." And hanging above the door of this building is a modest trading post, is a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it. And he's going to stop as you're outside the door, and he's going to turn around. Look, this here is my boss, Lenine, and she runs a tight ship, right? But here's the thing. The Lion Shields here, we're a merchant company. It's based out of the city of Yartar, which is it's a bit east, 100 miles or so. We ship goods around here in between Phandelver and some other settlements in the region. She's looking for a bit of help, and in exchange for the help, we could set you up with some accommodations for the night. But she could be a bit much sometimes, so I just want to warn you before we go in case she comes over a little strong. There's a woman, about 35 years of age, who sees you come in. She's over in the corner. So, what did the dwarf promise you?
Place to stay.
As if we're some sort of a tavern or an inn. Well, I don't know that we've actually. I mean, we do have rooms, but he's supposed to be out there finding some adventurers. We've been getting hit by bandits to the west of here. I don't know if you maybe came across any signs of ambushes or anything on your way into town.
We did come across goblins.
Goblins, you say? I wonder if. I mean, it could be. I haven't really ever heard of bandits being that aggressive before, but it could be. In any case, I mean, I could put you up for the night, in exchange. Maybe you guys could go take a look out west and see if perhaps you could find my goods. She's gonna lead you back to some back rooms. There's some simple cots set up. Opens one of the doors, and she kind of barks something inside. A couple of guys get up and go off to another room, and she shows you the room in there. They've got enough beds for all of you, a couple of chests for your goods if you'd like.
So she left and everybody else left, or
Yep, it's just you in the room now.
Okay.
do any of you
No
feel like
more
we need to?
stealing.
Yeah,
Wow,
Idridor.
It is an uneventful night, only interrupted by the groans and of misery from Sorensen's bed, as he is obviously feeling extremely ill from whatever the barmaid slipped him as a result of Idrildor's antics in the tavern. Simmerg is, maybe utter a couple of, maybe burp and fart a couple times in the middle of the night. You're not feeling 100%, but Otherwise, the rest of you are feeling pretty much normal. If you check the wagon there, she's going to lead you out front. And in the wagon, it's just a simple wagon.
Fellow party members, I happen to know a man in Neverwinter who would pay us finely for these 2 oxen.
Then you'll be pulling the wagon.
I'm just saying, plan B is never a bad thing.
Noted.
Keep
All
that
right,
in
so you
mind.
head out of Phandelver with your newly acquired, let's call it just acquired, your newly acquired wagon, heading back west along the trail that you came in on. You eventually make it back to the area where you were ambushed the first time. Obviously, this time you're aware of the area a little bit better, and so you're paying attention as you approach, and you eventually find your way back to those 2 dead horses. All right, who's rolling?
I rolled perception.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically?
Any trails leading off, or wagon tracks, or anything suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, as you look around, you find a trail hidden behind some thickets on the north side of the road that leads northwest. And you recognize goblin tracks, as well as signs of 2 human-sized bodies that have been hauled away from this area. Chrisma and Ildridor, you go off ahead down this trail. As you get about 10 minutes down, you guys are searching for tracks and things of that nature, and you get about 10 minutes down the path, and you notice something suspicious on the trail in front of you. And as you kind of look around, you realize that this is a trap. And now that you've seen the trap, you are able to point it out to Ildridor, and it's a very rudimentary, but also well enough hidden that other people might not have noticed it. But it's a snare trap that would if it catches somebody, it would catch them around the ankle, and it would pull them up into the air. So you can disarm that trap fairly easily. You're eventually going to get to the point where a small stream kind of shows off to your right, and the path narrows to the point where you can't really get the wagon any further. So you're going to have to just leave it at this point.
Oh. I don't know that I want to leave this lady's wagon
Yeah.
unattended. I wonder, can
The trail
think
continues
Sorensen-
on it. The trail continues on ahead. As you follow the trail, you eventually come across a large cave in a hillside, roughly 5 miles from the scene of the ambush. Ahead of you, a shallow stream flows out of a cave mouth, which is screened by a group of dense briar thickets. And the path that you are currently on leads down into the cave on the right-hand side of the stream. So you're currently on the left-hand side.
That was that.
we're getting shot at, folks?
All right, as this is happening, from the thicket to the right across the river, a couple of arrows come out of the bush, through the bushes towards your party member. One flies right by Simmer and disappears into the area behind, but the second one hits Sparrow.
I'm feeling some druid animosity here.
And this has taken you completely by surprise.
Yeah, I'll head back towards the wagon, staggering.
Okay,
Yeah, and
so
So I'm like
Sparrow's
heading up a little bit in the direction that the arrows came from and preparing my shield.
okay. So Sparrow's gonna duck back. Let's go ahead and everybody roll initiative.
So I guess I'm gonna just take charge and try to get up there.
Need
See if I can't-
visibility.
Yeah, see if I can't see a little further around there. I
Yeah.
can move 25.
Yeah,
I
if you
can
can
see a,
click
I
on
can
your
see a
character.
goblin. I see a goblin.
Yeah,
Click
I
on
do
your
see one now. Yeah, I can see a goblin too. So I got a short bow, so we'll take a shot at goblin number 2. Come on. Oh,
Oh,
Nice.
oh, crit.
Critical hit.
Not sure why I did
That is a
Oh,
dead goblin.
yeah. That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move up for right now and kind of close the gap between Idrildor and myself.
Okay.
Kind of position myself a little bit closer to the water there.
Sees.
Okay.
Friends, we've got another goblin.
Yay.
I'm gonna let my javelin fly.
Okay.
Javelin.
Because you're not through the briars.
And
Nope, that's
missed.
definitely a miss.
I'm gonna try to.
Oh.
Bounty Code's going to charge off into the middle of that thick brush briar patch. I'm going to roll a flavor roll as you careen through the brush. If I roll a 5 or a 6, you'll take a little bit of damage from the prickly briars. You're going to take a little bit of damage. I'm going to roll a 4. And you take 1 point of damage as you get scratched running through the brush.
I'll let loose my magic missile on him.
Well,
That is
goblin.
a dead goblin. All right, as the goblin falls with a slight gurgle, you notice there is a little lookout post or blind area that has been built with some wooden planks that flatten out the briars around this area and provided a place for these guards to lie hidden and watch the area, including the mouth of the cave. Ahead of you, you can see the stream flowing into the cave mouth.
Can
Very
I do
instant.
like a perception check with my wolf to see if he smells more than just these two? If it smells like there's a lot.
Yeah, just roll for it. You're not going to get a sense of how many, but he smells goblins everywhere. Like the air is thick with the smell of goblin and some other things that he's not quite sure what it is.
I would like to suggest that I go stealth and go ahead.
That
And-
sounds good.
That's a
Are-
great idea.
Yeah. I feel like you
Great
guys tried to
minds.
get rid of me.
Great minds think alike. We really could use your stout nature to sort of
Do it.
scout ahead. Yeah.
I
Alright.
don't mind doing this.
And
It's a
if-
cave, so I've got
Yeah.
dwarven vision. This will be good. So
All right, well, I'll move
Dark
you up
vision.
to this area. Just inside the cave mouth, a few uneven stone steps lead up to a small, dank chamber on the eastern side of the passage. The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals. Savage snarls and the sounds of rattling chains greet your ears, and you see 3 wolves chained up just inside the opening. Each wolf's chain leads to an iron rod driven into the base of a stalagmite.
can I continue to follow the river?
One of them sees you and starts snarling, jerking at his chain, but he can't seem to do anything because he's attached to that stalagmite. And now all 3 of them see you and they're snarling and growling at you, but they can't do anything because they're chained to that stalagmite. So you're saying you wanted to continue up a little bit more?
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna go very cautiously, very quietly, and continue onward to see what else I can see here.
All right. From here, the main passage from the cave mouth climbs steeply upwards, the streams plunging and splashing down its west side. In the shadows, a side passage leads west across the other side of the stream. In the shadows of the ceiling to the north, you can just make out the dim shape of a rickety bridge of wooden rope crossing over the passage ahead of you. Another passage intersects this one, 20 feet above the floor. Roll a perception check.
Oh no!
You can barely make out there's a goblin guarding the bridge.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm going to head back to relay information to my fellow party members.
Okay.
So guys, went in straight to the right. There's 3 wolves tied up, and I creeped up a little further, and I saw a bridge crossing the river, and it looks like there's at least 1 goblin guarding the bridge. I didn't want to go any further because if he saw me or smelled me, he was gonna alert who knows who. So came back to discuss that with you all.
Is there any way we can get in there without him seeing a whole group of us?
That bridge was up quite a bit further, so I think we could get in there. I don't know how far to the right it goes, but there is those 3 wolves that we would have to deal with if we wanted to go in there.
All right, I brought some food with me. and trying to calm them down.
You've got food. Both of you roll your animal handling. Since you're offering them food, you only need a 10 or better. Sparrow succeeded, but literally she needed a 10 or better, and she rolled the 10 plus her 5, but we had the bonus for that of +2, so she succeeded, but just by the hair. And since Crispin rolled a 1, I am going to roll a flavor roll just to see what might happen. You're fine. The wolves accept your food, and from Sparrow. They're a little wary of Chrisma, but they accept both of you into the room as you give them their food.
All right, why don't we all try to go through then?
I'm
Okay.
down.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be trying to calm them.
Yeah, just I'll give it to you. You can move past them. They're content with the food that you gave them. They're hunkered down, chomping on stuff. As you get to the eastern edge of this chamber, you notice that there's a narrow opening in the eastern wall that leads up to a natural chimney. And as you kind of peek your head up, it looks like it goes up 30 feet or so beyond what you can see. And the base of this is just a bunch of rubbish that's been discarded through this opening from above. You could probably climb it, but it's a steep little area, and you'd have to go up at least 30 feet. It looks like.
Nice.
The three of you who are going to go up the chimney need to roll an athletics check
Got it.
against DC of 10. Isildur shimmies up the shaft, up the chimney, no problems.
I swear it's never happened. It's the cheese.
Sorensen pushes past. Sorensen gives a mighty grunt and pushes past his illness and manages to get up to the top. Isildur reaches over and grabs his hand and hauls him up. Meanwhile, Simmerg's down at the bottom of the shaft. He's maybe managed to gain 10 feet up, and he's struggling. His legs are shaking. Hands are shaking. Roll again, Simmerg.
Oh, poor Simmer.
Oh, hang on. Sorensen pukes a little on the way up. I'm gonna roll. Hang on a second. Simmerg, you're gonna get a -1. You're gonna get a penalty of 1 to your roll for the slimy puke falling on you
Oh,
from
you're
above.
making my stomach queasy.
All right. You do a little dry heave as you push your way up through and past, and you get to the top, and both Isildur and Sorensen reach down, grab you by the shoulders, and pull you up to the top
Touch
of
me.
this area.
Damn head. I was
Perfect. All right, you're all up.
shaved.
You're all up in the chamber here.
Smells like cheese up here.
So what you see ahead of you is there is an opening to the north, leading into another chamber. You can kind of get a glimpse of some light beyond. You can hear some water, perhaps a waterfall in the distance. That's what you see and hear from here.
What do we see inside this room? Do we see supplies?
It's just trash.
Well, I suppose I will continue scouting ahead as I were before.
All right. So as you get up to the mouth of this, there's some stairs that go down to this next chamber. Ahead of you, the cavern is filled with 2 large pools of water. There's a narrow waterfall high in the eastern wall that feeds the pool, which drains out into the western end of the chamber to form the stream that flows out of the cave mouth below. Low fieldstone walls serve as dams holding the water in. A wide exit is to the south, while 2 smaller passages lead west. The sound of the waterfall echoes through the cavern, making it very difficult to hear. And ahead of you, you see 2 goblins. So you're going to attempt to sneak forward and attack the first goblin that you see?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll give it to you, so go ahead. That's a dead goblin. Let's see.
Nice hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, now, because of the fact, as you read from the text, The waterfall echoes throughout the cavern, making it difficult to hear. I am going to roll on this goblin.
I mean, he'd have to hear really well.
Yes,
I mean,
as long as he doesn't
Mhm.
roll a 18 or above, he didn't hear squat. I'm going to roll a wisdom perception check.
come on, dice.
Hang on, I got to
No.
manually do this. As long as it's not an 18 or higher. He didn't hear squat. Also, as you moved up, can you see another one, or is it just the one?
Yeah, I see another one up
Okay,
on the
so
left.
they're both kind of staring idly off to the north into the pools of water, not really paying attention.
I'm gonna just come back just far enough that I can like motion them to quietly come forward.
He's telling us to move up.
Yeah,
Let's
go.
move up.
There's some goblins around the corner. I feel confident.
All
Got
right,
your back.
do what you're gonna do. Yeah, do what you're gonna. Sorensen made a good point. You're close enough to charge in if needed. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll go for goblin number 1 here, boys.
Oh yeah. Let the dice be good to him.
then roll your 1d6 for sneak attack.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a dead.
Nice.
That was
Dead.
dead goblin.
Oh, this is beautiful.
So do you have to roll the perception to see if
Is
the
that
friend
Yep,
heard?
we're gonna.
one?
Now you're a little
Okay.
closer this time. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna roll again, 18 or higher, and he heard that.
I know, right, Sorensen?
Nice.
He really is.
Bad thief, but an awesome assassin. All right,
Man,
you
this
you
rogue
managed
is
to
shining.
keep that one.
Okay, what I wasn't given a plan what to do after this. Crap. I'm just gonna take initiative and go for this other one, I guess.
But like
Sorensen,
Sorensen
what do you?
said, we're close enough.
Sorensen wants to charge in.
I think you know what, Sorensen and I can get in a little bit on the action too. We can charge in. We got enough space between
for
us,
it.
right? We can just
I'll
knock
give
it
you
down to
both surprise rolls, so go for it.
it. Okay.
And you've got advantage, so if you miss,
Ouch.
Simmer.
What, he's really got to him, huh?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Couple of whiffs, but the fourth hit managed to hit him, and Goblin dies, leaving
Nice.
you to check out the room around you. As you inspect, of course, as you see, there's a waterfall high on the eastern wall that feeds the pool. There's an exit to the south, while two small passages lead west.
Want to lead the way and stealth up ahead?
Sure.
You've done a really good job so far of sneaking. So
As you move forward to get to the edge of the bridge, you can see him now, right?
Yep, I can see him.
He's on the other side of the bridge, and he's picking his nose idly and like daydreaming, looking up at the cavern ceiling, totally not paying attention.
I might be if he's just sitting there picking his nose. Surely, I can sneak across this. Wait, hang on. This is a rickety bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is a rope bridge with wooden slats. I believe that's how it was described to us. I'm gonna take a shot at him with my bow.
Do that. All right, he's dead.
And boom.
It's dead.
Hey, you guys are gonna have to start pulling some weight at some point. I feel like this bridge looks awfully rickety, y'all.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
not
know.
all stand on it at the same time.
no.
let's test the weight limit.
And send the wolf.
Oh,
All right,
Friends, I
who's
think
going first?
think we ought to go one at a time. Might I suggest we send the lightest first, just to test it a little bit. Might be a little less strenuous.
He can sneak up ahead, make sure we're not being surprised.
Of course, yes. Send the rogue.
Move
Yes,
on,
send the
move
rogue.
on.
Moldy cheese.
We
send
can
the rogue.
toss you over.
No one tosses a dwarf.
All right, you go across the bridge.
How did the bridge feel?
It shook a little bit, but made it across
I don't
okay.
know. He's rolling a flavored die over there.
It's all good, guys. One at a time, though. One at a time.
All right, I can go.
All right.
Okay, the bridge shivers a little bit. Who's next?
My wolf, maybe.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Those flavor rolls.
As the wolf goes across, the bridge gives a bit of a shudder and creaks a little bit.
Guys, it's getting rickety. It's gonna fall.
Well,
I'm going across. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm testing
All right,
fate.
who's going for? Bounty's going across.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Oh, he's rolling.
All right.
So
A couple of
another
the rope on the right hand side. As you get across the bridge, Bounty, you see it. The rope on the right hand side is starting to unravel from the pinion that's mounted to the wall.
Oh my god, dude. We're literally going off
And
dice.
Simmerk said you were next, right?
I am next,
So
and
go.
I think that if this goes wrong, you're gonna enjoy yourself.
Just
again,
go.
That's fine.
Just go. Go. All right. So Bounty saw that.
It's all good. Just follow. It's all good.
Simmerk makes it across. The rope is continuing
Come on,
to
Sorensen.
unravel a little bit. Got two more people.
Sorensen, Chris.
Me?
Yeah, go for it, Chris. Let Crispin go first. Sacrifice the elf.
Like, she's like,
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Go all the way across, Chris. There you go. All right. 1-6.
Very considerate of you,
The
Sorensen.
rope has now the rope completely unravels and snaps
Sorensen.
free from the pinion and does that, and all that's left is the left hand rope hanging up across. There's the rope from
Tight-
the rope
tightrope
bridge.
walk.
There's a tight rope. There's a rope on the top and a rope on the bottom from the left hand side. That's what's left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Use your athletics, Sorensen, for sure.
Wow, that was good too, I guess.
Give it a DC of 10. All right, so as Sorensen is shimmering across here, you notice the same thing's happening to the rope on the right hand side. It's unraveling from the pinion that's mounted to the wall.
We're never coming back.
What are you gonna do about this rope? As he's halfway across and this rope is unraveling, and it's gonna come unraveled any second now.
grab a hold of it.
Who
Grab a hold of
notices this?
Yeah.
Everybody roll. No, it's yeah, just it's obvious who's closest to it. I can't see.
Yeah.
here.
Simmer, grab it.
Yeah, just Sim, grab it, and roll a 10 or a better.
Oh.
The rope slips out of your grasp and comes unraveled.
Oh, no.
It's gonna burn your hands for 3 points of damage.
My God.
And Sorensen is almost all the way across. Sorensen, roll a d20. Just roll 16 or better. Hold on.
Oh, no.
You rolled a 14. I'm rolling a flavor.
Oh, no.
Chrisma was the last one across. Chrisma, you turn around and lunge as the rope completely fails. You reach out a hand, and Sorensen makes a mighty leap from this frayed rope, leaps through the air towards the cliff edge. Chrisma reaches out, manages to grab his arm. Yeah, that's a nice roll. So she rolls a 19, so Sorensen leaps through the air for the cliff edge as the rope frays beneath him. Chrisma reaches out a hand and Legolas style grabs him and swings him up over the edge, and he lands on his feet next to you.
Okay, I mean, like, it's dark. I'm pretty stealthy. Yeah, I'm going to get right up here. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Panic! Turn around and run!
This large cave is divided in half by a 10-foot high escarpment. There's a steep natural
Oh my
staircase
goodness,
leading
it is
down from the lower
storming
portion to
outside.
the upper ledge. The air is hazy with the smoke of a cooking fire and pungent from the smell of poorly cured hides and unwashed goblins. Below you, you can see... It looks like you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like you can see all 6 goblins, yes?
Creep back to the party and warn them about this giant-ass cave full of goblins.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe.
gosh.
Maybe I won't be so harsh on how many goblins there are, because Sorensen's already having a rough enough time.